Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to share with you my experience on getting eyelash extensions. So today about around 10 o'clock in the morning, I went downstairs to a local beauty parlor and I got eyelash extensions done. I don't know if you can tell my bangs, but... right? So let me show you a comparison photo before I got it done and after I got it done. So here it is. As you can tell, it has made such a dramatic difference in the way my eyes look from further away, even without makeup. Just so you know, right now I don't have any makeup on. And as you can tell, it does look like my eyes are more focused and more alert. Right? So let me start by telling you a little bit about eyelash extensions. So there's two types of material. There's synthetic and there's mink. So the synthetic ones are obviously cheaper, but they are a bit thicker, which makes them look less natural. The mink ones are real hairs, so they are thinner and they are closer to our natural eyelashes, so they look more natural. Price-wise, the synthetic is cheaper, and the mink one is just a bit more costly. So there's 3 degrees of curliness to them. I drew a little diagram. I hope this helps, but I'm not too sure how well that will go. So these are the 3 types. There's natural, there's a C curl, and then there's, I forgot why there's D or the G curl. So as you can tell, the natural ones follows like the way our eyelashes may naturally be curled. The C curl is a bit more curled like a dolly, like if you curl it with a mascara. If you curled it with like with an eyelash curler. And the D or G curl is the more dramatic curl. Now there's also varying lengths. The most natural ones are 10 to 11s, and then it goes all the way up to 17 or 18. And obviously, you know, the longer you get, the more fake looking or unnatural it will seem. And there's also different thicknesses, like in terms of the diameter of the eyelash hair itself. There's 0.5 all the way up to 2 or 2.5, depending on where you go. Now the pricing generally in North America would be about $100 to $200 depending on where you go, what type of eyelashes you get, the hairs, and how much you put in, right? So granted that when I got it done in Asia, it is cheaper because, you know, like labor costs and everything, so it was significantly lower than maybe other people had to pay. So when they're putting the hairs in, these would be your natural lashes, and then these would be the fake ones, the extensions, and they would put them at the same base but a bit higher, right? So they're glued, the extensions aren't glued to your natural lashes, they're glued to the same, not hair follicles, a bit above the hair follicles that your eyelashes grow out of. So it won't harm your natural lashes. Now let me get into my own experience. So what I had done, I got synthetic that were 13 in length and 1.5 in diameter, and I got about 180 hairs put in, and that took about 2 hours. And my pricing, what I paid with a special promotion that they had going on, was about $50. So as you can tell, I paid about at a third, a quarter of the price as it would have costed if I was doing it back in Los Angeles or Toronto. So, you know, just keep that in mind that my pricing only applies to those in Asia. When the lady was putting the hairs in, what she did was she taped my eyelids up like this. Here, let me move my bangs out. So she taped my eyelids up like this, over here and over here in the front on both eyes. And then she individually put in the lashes with a tweezer and glue. When she was putting it in, it does feel prickly and it does itch. However, when she was done, I couldn't feel anything. Like, it just felt like my natural lashes. So the discomfort only lasts while she's applying the lashes. When the lady was putting the hairs in, what she did was she taped my eyelids up like this. Here, let me move my bangs out. So she taped my eyelids up like this, over here and over here in the front on both eyes, and then she individually put in the lashes with a tweezer and glue. When she was putting it in, it does feel prickly and it does itch. However, when she was done, I couldn't feel anything. Like, it just felt like my natural lashes. So the discomfort only lasts while she's applying the lashes. Afterwards, it shouldn't feel uncomfortable whatsoever if the person did it right. So keep that in mind. Now, the care of your extensions are really important. So what you want to do is stay away from all oil-based products. So, you know, like the Shiomura oil-based makeup removers, those won't do any good on your extensions, or the Neutrogena makeup remover where it's like half oil and half water, or any oil-based things. If you put them around your eyes, it will loosen the glue and your extensions will fall out. Also, no mascara, and stay away from eyelash curlers, because as you can tell, like, the lash is already curled, right? So you don't want to add any more pressure because that will tug on the glue and everything. And also no mascara because you won't be able to remove it properly and cleanly, as I said that you can't use any oil-based products, right? And also for makeup, that any makeup that you're going to put around your eyes, make sure they aren't waterproof, because if it's waterproof, it will be harder to remove. And, you know, so if you want to remove it, it is going to have some wear and tear on your eyes, and that will decrease the lifespan of your extensions. So, you know, be gentle, be careful, and also stay away from saunas or steam rooms or taking really hot showers, because the moisture will also loosen the glue. The general lifetime around for your eyelashes are about 3 to 4 weeks, like if you take very good care of them. And then you would have to either go back and get them retouched, or you can just let them all fall out naturally. For first timers, my salon said to go back around 10 to 14 days after, and then they'll help clean, like not clean, but they help maintain the shape of my eyelashes, because the eyelashes will either grow, because it is also, like I've said before, it is on the hair, like it's above the hair follicle, but to steady it, it's also attached a bit at the base to your real lashes. So as your real lashes grow, the extensions will move up a bit. So you do have to go back and either like trim them or get them maintained, however your beauty esthetician tells you is proper. Now what I recommend is, if you have monolids like I do, go for the synthetic ones, because the Mink ones are too thin and too weak to support your monolid, and that it won't show up as well. So the synthetic ones are thicker, so they have more structure to help push your eyes up a bit to make them look more open. As well, for monolids, go for a bit of a longer length, especially if you have a hooded eye like I do, because the skin above your eye line will cover it a bit. So what I got, like I mentioned before, is 13th, right? And it looks pretty natural even when I open my eyes. So I would say you could possibly even go for 14. So anywhere between 12 to 14 for monolids, I think is a very good length. The thickness, what I got, as I mentioned before, was 1.5. I think you could do 1 or even 2. 0.5 might be a bit too thin. And 2.5 I think is just way too dramatic for our everyday look. So that is what I would recommend. I'm sorry, my battery died and it cut me off. So as I was saying, those are what I recommend for monolids. For double eyelid, for those who have double eyelids, you can really go for whatever you want. I would say the Mink ones would probably look better because it does look more natural. But if you like the synthetic look, whatever pleases you, you know, go for it. Always be aware of the salon you're going to, if they're credible, if you know everyone that's done it, always do some research. One last reminder, I wouldn't recommend this for sensitive eyes. If you have any dryness or itchiness or watering with them already without the extensions in, I wouldn't recommend these, because the process of putting it in does dry out your eyes a lot, and it is itchy and prickly, and if you're sensitive in your eye area, the extensions might cause some reaction that you don't want. So if you insist on getting it, be very careful and talk to the person that's doing it for you to see if it's okay with your eyes or if you'll react in any way. So that's all for today, and if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!